words about yourself?
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Pierfranco. I am from Italy, from AICA. I am here to speak something about informatics for children. Logic is a new program that AICA has prepared and launched. I will start from a CEPIS document that is a CEPIS Call for Action, where they say, as ICT increasingly pervades society and the economy, the demand for IT personnel is growing fast, outpacing the current supply of qualified professionals and producing chronic shortage in the computing industry. The low number of students choosing computing as a career is exacerbating the situation. Immediate action is needed to better integrate computer science in the school system and change the perception of computing among young people. This is the first problem. The society, the world of work, needs more informatics than the school produces. So we have to increase this number, promoting computer science, starting from the low level of the schools. And the CEPIS document goes on saying the school ICT curricula needed to reflect a balance between the development of digital literacy and the computer science. Students should all acquire a set of digital literacy skills to enable them to participate in today's increasingly digital society, but also understand the fundamentals of the technology so that they have the choice to develop more advanced skills related to computing. That means that two aspects are very important. The digital competence, that is the one explained in the recommendation of the European Community about the 8 key competence, and the computer science. In a new document of CEPIS that has been presented 1 or 2 days ago, that is called Digital Literacy and Computing, a holistic proposal, a holistic approach. The term used are not the one I used, digital competence and computer science, but digital literacy and computing, but they are quite the same. So AICA has a lot of professionality about user competence and CDL, has a lot of competence and experiences about professional and certification of professionals, but we are starting now to work on computing together with digital literacy in the school, starting from the low level of schools. Doing this, we are compliant with a proposal of our Ministry of Education that in 2010 released this document, Syllabus of Informatics, for the school from 6 students 6-year-old till 16, that is the compulsory school in Italy. And in this document, they speak about tools, informatics tools and applications needed in the information society, that is what I call the digital competence or digital literacy, and about computer science basics, informatics as a science and a methodology which establishes and provides linguistic support for problem solving. That is what is called computer science. So, AICA proposal is for the primary schools that being 6 years old, 11 years old, and for low secondary school that is 15. We propose to work on ECDL as for the tools, the computer literacy, and logic for the computing. I wrote here welcome ECDL and welcome logic for the more young people, because we don't propose the certification till the last year of the secondary school and the student of the lower secondary. So what is logic? In our proposal, Logic is a program for the student and for the teacher about computer science. Very, very important. The proposal is finalized to the students, but as has been said before, teachers many times are the problem. So we need to do an intervention to the teacher. We need to start with teaching teachers on what is computing science and how they can use it to their students. So logic is organized in with these modules. A modular pedagogical theories that from the point of view of the certification is for the teachers. A module B, algorithm and problem solving, that is for the student. And 5 modules, Pivot, Drape, Logo, Robomind, Snap by Scratch, that where the certification can be a certification of the teacher or of the student. Then we have also a more structured exam for the teacher based on how to use it with their student to prepare a project work and so on. Very, very quickly, modular pedagogical theories is for the teacher. The focus are 1, European and Italian documents on this question. 2, the pedagogical role of computing science. Here we have Piaget as a constructionist and Papert that used computer in constructive use, and algorithm, that means computing thinking. Module B for students is more focused on how to pose a problem and how to solve a problem, how to have a strategy, how to describe this strategy with an algorithm for solving problem. Then these are A and B. The other modules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are focused on a specific technology and apparatus. So the first one is for Pivot. Pivot have been described, so I can go on. It's a good way for working with young boys, also in not only in the primary school, but we have experience also in the pre-primary schools. The idea to decide all the way before starting and to put the exact instruction to realize it is very useful. It is the people are very happy to do this as well. This learning by playing. Module 2 is about Drape. We decided not to focus on, apart from Pivot, on hardware, but more on something useful in the monitor for problem of code that the school can have, but they can translate it in using apparatus such the Lego robots and so on. Drape is an evolution of a logo, if you like. That means that people can move the cursor, the turtle, giving instruction, and to give instruction they have to choose icon. They can write the instruction, but also subroutines. That means an elaborate program. Then we propose also the old Peppers logo, because if the teacher wanted to work using icon is a question, but with logo they can ask the student to write a code. That means something more similar to the traditional informatics. We don't propose to the teacher to use all of these with the students. We vote only for the pre-primary and the first year of the primary school. For the other, they can choose to use Drape or logo or the other that I go to describe. The fourth module is about Robomind. Also, this is a program usable in computer, free of charge for the teacher, the student, and the school. We think that it's very important because in Italy schools don't, also otherwise, schools don't have a lot of money to spend, and particularly the primary school don't have. It's a robot that can be moved on the monitor, but it can be interfaced with the Lego robot if the school wants, and you also can be programmed also by icon or by code. Last but not least, Snap by Scratch. You know Scratch is more diffused, has been presented in the previous presentation. Logo is this cat radar icon moved by a program built up moving icon, but Snap is an evolution of Scratch where you can use the icon but also the code. This is why we propose to arrive to Snap. Just to finish, we have in our proposal we have some certificate. The teacher certificate requires 3 exams. That means module A and the choice of 2 other. It's up to the teacher. For the teacher in the pre-primary or in the first years of the primary, we propose both. The other can choose. We have an expert certification where is the same for the teacher certification plus an exam where they have to prepare and discuss a project work. That means how to apply with their class this course, and a student certificate where we propose 2 modules plus module B. For the student, we say please go before with application, and at the end to module B, that is a more abstraction level. I don't put B both because we propose the certification for the student starting from the first year of the school, where they don't use B both.